Real. Hello and welcome to Hot Dice.
Hello.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
We're late as usual, but it's tradition, so what can I say? We've all got busy
Technical
lives.
I haven't. I've been off all day, sat here waiting for the stream to go live. Yeah. Josh hasn't let me leave.
Since the last time. I've got the chat open, so just let us know if you can hear us loud and clear, because they're not going to get started into this process if we're not able to hear what we're doing, so just let us know in the chat. Hi Steve, hi Martin. Hi, Tristan's in here as well. We've got Phil Roberts, we've got Matt Hughes, I know, Notorious Noble's always here. Rich.
Got half the league live
Half the
tonight.
league already,
Nice.
even though we're late. Thank you. Adam doesn't work. He just waits until he's needed again for the stream.
That is fine. If you ever look underneath the table in
The gimp chest.
in the Hot Dice studio, I'm in there, just folded neatly into a box.
Think Pulp Fiction.
I'm going to take that as a yes on that everyone can hear us. So, without further
Bring
ado,
out the gimp. With a zippy mask. Anyway,
we should probably start, as is tradition, with telling you what we're going to do. So we'll keep it short and sweet. We're going to roll off for the mission.
yep.
I think the last one we played was Hammer and Anvil. The one before that, I can't quite recall.
It was Taken Hold.
And it was Search and Destroy.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think the last one was very interesting. Being a mission we've not played before, bit of confusion about some of the rules through some of it, but I think a good experience all the way around. And it was nice to play something that wasn't missions disappear on the 4th and 5th round.
Yeah, it wasn't great to play the mirror match for me into Fur. He's a very competent player. He's very swingy. Whose tank destroys whose tank first. But anyway, that's done. I don't have to worry about that again. But without further ado, Adam, as is tradition, would
Sure.
you please roll the dice?
Number 6.
Number
Big
6.
six.
So I'm going to bring that up on
Is that
the
an Eldar
screen
dice?
in a
No,
minute.
but I have rolled it 4 times and got 6 every time.
Number 6. I'm bringing it up on the screen
That's a 5.
now.
That's
And that
6.
should be the mission is.
6.
6. One of Josh's dice.
No.
6.
6.
Next
It
time I'll
is.
bring my own dice.
That's not right, because it's come up as Taken Hold, Hidden Supplies, Search and Destroy, which I think was the first one.
That was.
Is that right? Let me just check. No, the first one was Scorched Earth.
Oh, it was.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I predicted what it was going to be.
That is
Wow.
horrible. That is horrible. I can't believe I said that out loud and then we got Search and
Oh
Destroy.
my god, that's insane. So yeah, good. People can't see my shock reaction. So just for the guys in this studio here, so they can actually see it, I'm just going to bring it to here. So it is Taken Hold. It's Search and Destroy, WTC medium map,
Okay.
as is normal. Hidden Supplies, so the middle one split. It's going to be good for those combat armies.
Okay, yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's taken hold. Yeah, for a minute.
Take 4 objective Taken Hold is obviously a pretty good mission for most.
Rich has just made the very, he's drawn to the conclusion I would as well, that it's rigged. I can't believe I psychically pulled
That
out.
was quite strange.
I think I played that in a practice game recently, which is probably why I pulled that out. So, we could either go with that or to save any questions around my psychic abilities.
The dice has been rolled. It is Taken
Okay,
Hold,
yeah,
Search
well,
and Destroy.
So just to
Hidden
clarify,
Supplies.
what we had rolled in the past was number 4 and number 1, which was Scorched Earth was the first game, and the last game, which was also Hidden Supplies. That's why it feels familiar.
Yes, it's another 4 objective mission.
Yeah. Okay. But that one was actually sweeping engagement, I think.
Yes,
So.
the diagonals. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Mix of the first 2 missions we've played.
Yeah.
Another mission you can score your home objective.
Yeah.
So obviously at 2,000 points, it's a lot nicer than at 1,000 points. Giving up a unit for that. So yeah, good mission. Solid one.
Yeah. So it was 15 VP for 5, and there's going to be 6 primary on the table. So it's going to be pretty hard to get a big smash.
Denial is going to be very, very hard on this.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those, and I like it. It's going to be nice and close, unless you go crazy and you push up the field really aggressively.
Can't imagine doing that.
No.
Live on stream.
Which, some of us have to bite our tongue.
At 2k, you should be. There's no reason not to score at least 20 primary. Sit on your home objective. The trick that I think to this mission and what a lot of people do is they try and take 2 or 3 objectives, but if you're scoring 10 each round,
Yeah.
you're scoring 40 primary without much difficulty. So Good mission for scoring. Might be quite drawy, this one, I think.
I hope so. Just if you're in an unfavourable matchup, you know this is the point of the league's training. Hold back. Don't get too engaged. Try and get those primary points on the table. See how it goes. And good luck on that one, gents. So.
Last and just other bits about the mission. Battle Ready is in play now.
Yeah.
So it is round 3. We're at 2k and Battle Ready counts. So if you have put the extra effort in and you have got a beautifully painted, pretty army, then you will score the extra 10 points to this mission. That includes basing. So that is in play for this mission.
Okay, so let's do the bit that everyone's here for, Ben. We've got the challenge draw. We've got 20 people in, and there's lots of engagement. I think they all want us to carry on.
So I'm hitting the button. Takes about 5 seconds.
Okay.
And the first, the first fixture is up.
Oh no!
I don't like that smile.
I don't like that smile.
So, just to remind everybody, we are using the Swiss pairing system for this league. So you are playing like-minded opponents.
I know what this means.
So if you have won 2 games, you'll be playing somebody who's won 2 games.
Oh, fuck off, Ben.
If you've won 1 game, you'll be playing somebody who's won 1 game. Now, interestingly, we have 2 people here who have both won 2 games. And fixture 1 of round 3 is our very own Adam versus Joshua.
I knew it.
Yeah.
So interestingly, after 2 seasons of Josh basically avoiding everyone, you've now had 3 rounds.
I have
of
played
me.
Adam every.
Sorry.
We've played every league.
So it is Josh versus Adam is our first fixture.
See on the battlefield.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us about the list, Adam?
So Josh has. Let's take a look at our notes. A meta to the max.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to win honest. 9 vehicles, 12 Bulgarin, 2 CP a turn. Looks like a very nasty list. I've taken a stupid list. I've got 3 Sagittars, 3 Land Fortresses, 3 units of Berserkers, a unit of Pioneers, a Jaeger, and a block of Terminators.
Oh my god! So you've got 3 fortresses on a take and hold 4 objective mission.
Yeah.
3 Sagittars.
Yeah.
Okay. Going to be difficult to stop your score in 50 primary, if I'm honest.
Well, I hope so. The problem is I've got to put the teleport crest on my Terminators, so they're going to be walking.
Yes, but I did say that was a war gear change that's free.
No,
so
I will live with my mistakes.
Well, at the risk of being focused on our own games here, I think we should move on.
Yeah.
So, let's
Just
carry
give you
on.
the
Anything on the
29
stream, everyone's loving it. That needs to be streamed, lol. Okay.
It would make a good stream game, I have to say. But then Josh has streamed almost every round so far.
Not from the last one with Fur, but if anyone else wants to jump in, I'd love to see it as well. But anyway, we are getting ahead of ourselves.
So, game 2. It is our very own baby-faced assassin, Reese, on his Death Guard. Will be playing James on his Orcs.
Oh.
So it is Reese versus James.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
That is interesting.
2 up-and-comers.
Yeah, I really wouldn't want to be Reese. When you look at James's list, he's gone Dread Mob. He's got a Morkanaut, a Gorkanaut, a crap load of killer cans, 3 units of Gretchen giving him CP a turn, and 3 mechs to keep those Morkanauts and Gorkanauts alive. Reese, on the other hand, it's why I didn't organise these in alphabetical order. I will never know.
I think you can do it, but you've got to make it in. Oh, you can't on the Google Sheets, can you?
You can.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an order of submission.
It's tiny.
It is tiny.
It's wee. Just hide that.
Look, everyone's not meant to know I've not got pants on.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Get back in the chest.
Sorry, so professional.
Reese, from memory, is running. Oh, you've got it up here. Is running pretty much a standard DG list. He does like to sacrifice his rhinos turn 1. So I think James. It's an interesting matchup. This you've got Death Guard that he does have some solid anti-tank. I think he's got the Plague Burst Callers as well. Is he going to be able to take out all that armour in time before it reaches him? We will see.
It's not exactly
There's some
tough
Fight First
stuff,
Plague
but
Marines in there. It's a good matchup. I'm quite excited to see James into Reese. 2 players recently come into the tournaments recently. Started playing the gauntlets, pushing that more competitive side.
And player skill matters on this mission.
Will be a good
it's so hard to push hard on this one. So that's great.
Will be a good game.
Okay, cool.
So matchup number 3, and this is one that I'm very excited to see, and one that I was hoping would happen.
Yeah.
And it is the battle of the Noise Marines.
Oh,
It is Nathan versus Jordan.
Oh,
wow, nice.
It is the Warp Talons. Now, both of these individuals have said to me that their intent for this league was to show that the Warp Talons leadership spam in CSM lists could work.
Yeah.
And they now get the best opportunity to play each other and show us which one plays it better. So, yes, Jordan into Nathan. Be a great game,
He'll
that
be
one.
kicking themselves for that one. I would have liked both myself personally. I want to see how that works. I think it'd be really fun. So maybe next time. Well,
Okay.
you know,
Good matchup. Now on to the last of our 2 and 0. So these players have probably guessed it's them already. But it will be Josh Burns on one of the nastiest Spaceballs lists I think I've seen.
it was my biggest fear
crazy
to get
good
that list.
Into Steve Davis on his Space Marines. So the artist formerly known as Pretty Steve is now on his Space Marines. Tough matchup, I think. The Spaceballs are good into Marine lists.
Yeah.
Lot of multi damage they can pump out, and it's a very good list played by a good player. So that's a
Josh is
tough
great.
matchup for
Josh is
Steve.
great. That, and the Thundercav are just horrible.
There is
horrible.
so many Thundercav in that list.
And I think, knowing Steve, I haven't seen the list up here. I don't know what you can tell us about that, but he's usually running a pretty vanilla Space Marine list. That's an all
He's got Calgus, Tech Marine, Ballistus, a Redemptor, a Lancer, Hellblaster, Pred, and Canis fucking Rex.
You know what, actually? What?
Canis fucking Rex.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, well, actually, that's quite good for him, actually, because I think that Dreadnought's -1 damage is going to come in
The
clutch.
mainstay of all Imperial lists now, Canis Rex, is appearing everywhere.
Just everywhere, okay. Right, well, good luck.
At least he's not got a Caldus Assassin. And you know who you are.
Everyone's
Next
got
up,
a Caldus
every Imperial list has, yes. Okay, next up is Young Alex on his Necrons versus Josh on his Chaos Demons. So all 3 Joshes out now.
Yeah.
Now, from memory, that is a really nasty 3 Great Unclean one. It's got Rotigus, Great Unclean one, Demon Princes,
I've seen it on the tables.
some War Dogs. It's like a mix of big, angry elite demons, supported with quite a bit of chaff. It's a pretty strong list.
Yeah, but Young Alex is bringing one of my favourite Necron models, which is Trazen the Infinite. That model is beautiful.
Yeah, it's an unconventional Necron list.
It is.
Alex. It's not the Catan or
No, he has got a Nightbringer, but he's got a Reanimator, some Spiders, and a Monolith.
Well, those should be able to make short work of those demons, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, Great Unclean one, Endless Glyph, 4 up, Feel No Pain. He's a tough model to shift.
Always.
Rotigus is pretty solid. So, good, but quite a good game, actually.
Okay.
Should be a good matchup.
Fucking hell. Brilliant. Well done. Next one.
Next up is Andy on his Calgar-led Ultramarines.
It is, yeah.
Into James Larkin.
Oh, that should be a nice. So that's Ultramarines versus Chaos Space Marines.
It is.
He's got Vastor in that. James has.
It's a nice list. There's a lot of models you don't normally see.
Yeah.
I think James has put a bit of a mismatch of what he's got. Get it on the table, play a game. That's what it's about. At the end of the day, play with what you have. 2
Forge Fiends, Molder Fiends, Defiler. It's going to be interesting game.
Yeah, I know Andy's list is got some quite solid chunky units in there. The aggressors, Calgars in there. It's I think the Eradicators, some Scouts.
Yeah.
Solid scoring list, especially on Take and Hold. Next up is poor Jordan. So Jordan on his Space Marines will be playing Richard Naismith on his Death Guard.
Death Guard. What's in his Death Guard list?
Not a lot of Death Guard. So Richard has brought a Warlord Titan to the tournament. Not to spoil your surprise there, Rich, but yes, Rich will be playing the Warlord Titan at 11 to 100 points, I think it is.
He may have mentioned to me that he was thinking about taking that Warlord Titan. I thought he was mad.
Now, Jordan, does he have a Lancer in that list?
Jordan,
it's on his Space Marine, so I'm not sure if he's got the anti-tank to deal with the Titan.
Biologist, Impulsor, Ballistas, 2 Repulsors.
Always got the Blisters as well.
Yeah. Blade Guard. I'm not sure how Blade Guard are going to do against a Warlord Titan?
Fine, just roll 6s.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the Titan dies early, then he's basically playing 800 points.
Exactly.
So,
True.
good matchup. But
Good luck, Gordon.
for
Good luck,
Richard's
Rich.
benefit, that Warlord Titan, I'm pretty sure, can straddle 2 of those objectives on taken
Yeah,
hold.
if he can get onto the objectives though, because the way the map layout
It's
is,
the terrain.
the terrain's going to be the problem.
In the way,
'cause
yeah.
he can't, it's not got the character keyword, so it can't go through terrain.
And no, but it can walk over the 4-inch bits at the edge, so
Yeah,
it
but
can get to the middle. I think.
Unfortunately, for the sense, unfortunately, because of the nature, I'll bring it up on. Actually, so people.
It
at
is
home
tall
can
enough
see
to
it.
straddle a crate as well.
It is.
Yeah. Interesting. We'll see how that one goes.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
He may be able to get himself on 2. Next up, it is Phil on the Sisters, fresh on the last stream, versus Barry on his Eldar.
Oh, nice. That should be interesting. I quite like Phil's list. He's got Morgan Freeman in there, St. Catherine, 3 units of flagellants, 3 mortifiers, 3 penitent engines, 3 Sisters of Repentia, and a unit of warsuits. It's a big, chunky list with a lot of melter in there.
Good lesson when you're trying to go into like a competitive environment is like repetition is key, because you don't have to try and remember lots of different unit rules, and it cuts down on your game time. You can concentrate a little bit easier. It's quite a theme you'll see in a lot of competitive lists. That will just be a lot of 3 of this, 3 of that, 3 of this. It's quite a common thing.
And I think Barry's made some tweaks to his list as well. He's got 2 fire prisms in it now.
He has, yeah.
2 sweeping hawks and spiders.
You played him on Thursday, didn't you?
Avatar,
Yeah, 0 or 2 fire prisms. Don't think there's really an in between.
No.
He has made some good changes. Lots of scoring units in there. Spiders, swooping hawks. He can get around the board quick and on take and hold. It's decent matchup.
Let's see if
for him.
that training pays off.
Yeah.
Be a good game. Okay, next up we have Matthew Jones. So Matt on his Imperial Knights. And what do you do when the Inquisition has been naughty? There's only one force you can send in to discipline the Inquisitors,
They like being spanked.
and it
so
is
I
the
don't know.
custodians themselves.
Oh.
It is our very own Nick.
Nice.
Nick.
Adeptus Custodes into the Inquisition, into the Imperial Knights. Now
Well,
that
it's-
is a good game.
That's
That's
gonna
one
be
I'd
a
love to see on
great
stream
game.
if they're willing, as well as the Jordan Nathan game, which would be great.
I think I'd love to see
That'd
that.
be a good game.
Both players will have unpainted Night Lords jumping around on the table for the Jordan Nathan one. It'd be quite hard for the viewer to see who's who. But yeah.
So Matt is he does have Rex in the list, I believe.
He
Adam,
does
is that
have
right?
Rex. He's got a lot of Grey Knights in there.
Wow.
All the assassins, and then loads of agent chaff. So he's got bodies. We'll see.
Sounds like a bit of a training mission.
Yeah.
Inquisitors into Custodes. I know Matt's running there 2 Grey Knight Terminator units, Canis Rex, every assassin you can imagine. And then Nick with a very solid Custodes list. He's got his Wardens in there, he's got his Blade Champions in there.
I think he's got like 3 of most units. I think his list is actually called the Rule of 3.
Well, I think the one thing agents, why they really do struggle with, is the ability to wound high toughness stuff. T6 and 7 across the Custodes list, it's not going to be ideal for him. So that'd be a good game, I think, a good stretch. Let's see what those agents can do.
Barry's saying he may well be 10 points down from battle ready. Don't worry, Barry, I think a lot of us will be. So benefit to the hobbyists out there who've actually painted their stuff.
Amateurs, the lot of you.
Cool. Right, on to the next matchup, and it is Harry on his Necrons versus Paul on his Tau Empire. So Harry into Paul.
Yeah, Harry's got a lot of characters in there, like all the characters. Void Dragon,
about 800 points, isn't it? Characters.
That's Necrons.
30 warriors, Doomstalkers, Praetorians, extra stuff on that. And who's he playing? Sorry.
Into Paul Murphy on his Tau.
Oh,
That's good. I think they're both kind of similar on the standings as well.
Yeah.
Look back at the old table here.
Yeah, both on 1 win so far. So we're in the current 1 win group.
yeah. Paul's bought Mr. Farsight, Enforcer Battlesuit, a broadside, all of the battlesuits, and some Vespids. So hopefully he's got them in the post today, and he's painting them as we speak.
I know I did. I'm not painting them. No, of course.
No, quick spray.
I wondered what you were doing under the table.
And we have, there we go,
Next up
done. Yeah.
is Martin on his Necrons will be playing Simon Payne on his Dark Angels. Now, I do know Simon's was a quite traditional double knight block Dark Angels list. Azrael was you kind of, if you're going to run Dark Angels or you're going to run Space Marines at the moment, you take Azrael for the extra CP. Pretty solid knights list.
He's on 1 win, 1 draw at the moment, so he's probably keen to get that win in and get him climbing up the table. It'll definitely do him some good in his standing. He's doing great. He's still 10th of 36. So.
Yeah, Martin's got 2 different Catans, Void Dragon, Nightbringer, some Hex Marks, 2 blocks of Lich Guard, and nearly every Heavy Destroyer in G-Dub's catalogue, and 2 Doomstalkers.
Which are perfect for taking out knights, 4 damage.
That's going to be great, actually.
Oh, difficult matchup for Simon.
Oh, good luck.
Next up is Chris Hughes on his Chaos Space Marines. Now, that from memory is the I think is the 3 Forge Fiends, the Vindicators, was it?
Yeah, big monsters.
Lots and lots of armour. Into me, he's playing my Thousand Suns list. Now,
although your list is a strange one, Ben.
It's a very strange one. So my list is called Sorcerer's Day Out, and I have taken 3 of every sorcerer available in the T-Suns Codex. I have no infantry, no battle line, no other data sheets. I just have 1,800 points of characters, all on their own, and 2 rhinos. And my thinking was, it should be quite a fun list to play, as long as I've not got to deal with loads of armour and tanks. Should be fine. And I think for the 3rd league in a row, my stupidity may have come back to haunt me. And I think I'm playing a list that is entirely tanks and...
What do we know, Adam? Is it all
tanks and heavy units?
All demon engines?
So...
should we go and look at
this
it
is going to be
detail?
busy.
Yeah, that's
fun. I mean,
I will enjoy playing Chris. I think the power of T-Suns is in the sorcerers with rerolls, which I have none with this list.
We have a question. How many Cabal points do you have?
It is 29. It's 29 Cabal points. Every single sorcerer is on their own. There's no units. And they will just be running out on the mission, trying to kill everything. And then I shall enjoy Chris split firing into every single one.
Well, you won't be holding any objectives, but you've got to kill stuff, basically.
No, it should be a fun game.
You have got 2 Demon Princes, is it?
No, just 1 Demon
Just
Prince. Yeah, 1 Demon Prince, 1 Magnus, 1 Araman, 3 Exalted, 3 Infernal Masters. I have got 2 Rhinos, so...
Tank shock, baby.
Yeah. Tank shock.
Suck that.
That's the anti-armor on my list. Tank shocks and Magnus, of
and
course.
2 Doom bolts.
So, but it should be a fun game. At least there's not a load of models I've got to chase around the map. So,
agreed.
Good game.
You should take mortal wounds if you use tank shock against a vehicle that's got higher toughness than you. You should get mortal wounds back.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Just a random thought. Carry on.
Anyway, next game is Eros on his Eldar versus Mike Darby on his World Eaters. This will be a good game. I think Mike again loves the old search and destroy matchups. And if you talk about strange lists, Mike has bought for this mission. He's going to love this. He has gone. He has 90 infantry.
Yeah,
he's got 60 berserkers in 6 squads of 10.
Jesus
he has
Christ.
30 jackals in 3 squads of 10. And then he has Angron, he has Big Daddy, he has Khan, he has Invocatus, and then he has some rhinos.
And what's Eros rocking?
Death Just Solitaire, 2 Wraith Lords, a Wraith Blade, some Warp Spiders, 2 D cannons, and a load of chaff, Guardians and Warriors.
The reason I ask is because Eldar traditionally hate mass infantry.
Yeah.
They can't deal with mass infantry.
Especially when it goes 19 inches and charges you and dances
and you shoot it and it just comes
and it
back
comes
more.
forward. Yeah, so there's
hell, it's every time you shoot them they
so
move.
there's
Not just once.
90 infantry that's deployed on the line in search and destroy. So Mike's he gambled.
Good luck, Eros.
I think you may have gambled well, Mike, on that mission, especially with the sheer amount of OC he has in that list as well.
It's going to be tough. Eros is going to be defensive there.
It's going to be a
To
fun
misquote you during the game, they didn't see that coming.
No, they didn't see that coming.
Right. So talking of training matches, and we now have a battle of the Golden Bananas themselves. Alex Sodek
Nice.
into Simon Jones. So Custodies into Custodies.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
Today's theme is quite cryptic.
Oh. Yeah, so
Yes.
I think they're quite similar lists. Calidus, everyone's bringing jetpack custodes now. 3 units of guard, 3 units of warriors, 3 blade champs. Very similar to next list. And Mr. Sodek. Oh no, he's booked Trojan. Shield cap.
Got to get some protection on that
Yeah,
banana.
1 unit of guard, 3 Terminators, a grav tank, Venatari, and 3 units of sisters.
Okay. Well, it's custard's a custard. We'll see how they get on. It'll be.
We've had this before. It's the battle of the 4-ups.
Yeah.
That mission will come down to who rolls the most 4s. Both evenly matched, wounded and hitting each other on the same.
Well, you know, I think positioning's big, right? Because
Big
still
and go.
both armies are walking across the table. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So it's got to be hard. Once they commit, it's hard for them to get across the other corner of the table, right? So, yeah, good luck.
I think the challenge for all these Custodies players is I want to see a full list sisters army on the table.
Well, there's not really much point now, I suppose.
No.
If you want to play the females, go play Sisters of Battle.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in the recent Custodians codexes, they just haven't really supported the Sisters assignments very well. With the addition of female custodians as well now in 10th edition maps, we will see in 11th edition a female custodian.
Very true.
Who knows?
Well, I've seen the new Warhammer TV show. That's the female custodian. That's
It
where
is, yeah.
I was wondering where all the nerd rage was coming from. I was like, what fucking female custodian? Oh, right, okay, it's a TV show. It works. It's fine. It's not absolutely no issue.
No.
It's quite a good episode actually. But yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
we've got 4 pairings left.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Lee Hughes on the
Black Templars.
Crusader spam Templars.
Yeah, Grimaldus, Halbrecht, Castellians, Crusaders, Sword Brethren, lots of combat marines.
Yeah.
Really doesn't. Well, to be fair, be really good into another combat army as long as it's not custodes, and I think all the custodes have gone.
Mm-hmm. Funny you should say that because he's playing Matt on his orcs.
Shit, that's fucking awesome.
I really want to read out the description you put down, but I don't think I should.
Do it.
Okay, so Gazgul makes an appearance in a list Rolf Harris and Gary Glitter would be proud of. Knobs and boys everywhere, and a couple of battle buses to drive them round in.
Boys and knobs, surely.
Absolutely. There is a lot of boys and a lot of knobs in that list.
There is.
They are both truths.
It's not the first time I've seen Matt get his knobs out.
And it won't be the last.
No.
I don't know if Lee's going to be any good at handling that many knobs, but I think he's got the tools. He's got the experience.
You know him better than me. So if you're speaking from experience, just descended into.
Luckily, they only come in threes.
Yeah.
So I mean that would also be a good stream game, in my opinion. To watch two combat armies, orcs and crusaders, running into each other. That's like the battle of.
And I think
legend,
hopefully they'll both forgive me for saying so. I think they're
moments.
both at the same stage of their journey in learning the game. So they're both relatively new into it. They've both had the same amount of experience. Similar armies.
Yeah.
I'd be really interested to see how they go into each other.
Yeah, I think it will, especially
game.
for two combat armies with their level of experiences, knowing when to push.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, both come off with a strong win each as well. Yeah. So, be a good game. Okay, next up is Steve.
Matt says we've ruined the lads vibe. I don't know about that. If you've ever been on a rugby tour, I think you'll find it quite accurate.
So,
is this
bearded Steve on his Necrons. I think most of the club will be pleased to know that Steve's actually given the monoliths a rest this week.
Why? What's wrong with him?
Well, interestingly,
he's turned French.
He has turned French, and he has brought a pair of flying croissants along. If there's one flyer in 10th edition that supposedly has seen competitive play, it is the Necron flying croissants, which they have been used in 10th so far. A few top tournament players have played them quite effectively, but flyers just generally aren't very good. So Steve has committed here double flyer. Which will be really interesting to see how they do. especially into Greg on his World Eaters.
Yeah, indeed. Greg's got Big Ron, some Jackals, 3 8-bound, some Spawn, Mauler-Fiend, Bloodthirst, and a Bloodletter.
Yeah, there's a lot of a lot of stuff for Steve to get through there. He needs his cross-ons to be on fire.
Really do, and I think Big Ron may eat those croissants alive.
He probably will. You could finish both of them off in one game.
Yeah.
In one turn. But yeah, interesting pairing that. So we've got 2 pairings left.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one.
Oh.
It is Fur.
Oh. He's got a nice list. I quite like
his Mega Guard list into, well, I would say some would consider one of the foremost guard experts at the club, and it is Tristan.
Wow, nice.
Tristan into Fur. Be a tough matchup that, I think, for Tris. Fur knows his guard very well, but as does Tristan. Tris is obviously playing his Eldar as well.
He'll be out for blood.
He does have. I think he's got 2 Wraith Lords, a couple of Spirit Seers in there.
Yeah, Wraith Guards, 2 Fire Prisms, a Wave Serpent, Avatar Arcane, Eldrad, Farseer, Spirit Seers, and Fur's got. I really like Fur's list. He's got Lord Solar, hate the model. Tempesta Prime, he's got 2 units of Tempestus. Tank Commander, Baldrian, 2 Kaskin, 2 Ruggledawns, Lehman Russ, and 2
He's
Chimera.
added some Baldrian, I wonder why.
Yeah. I think everyone who watched that game.
Yeah, a couple of Chimeras, I think, Tauruks. It's a strong list.
I don't think he managed to kill a single Baldrian in my game against him. They are really, you've got to commit into them.
Yeah.
So that'll be tough.
So would you say all 3 land fortresses?
I think you'd struggle.
Yeah.
Unless I don't know what the damage profile is, but we can talk about that again. Yeah.
And then the last, but no means least, matchup is Jack and James on their Space Marines into Ty on his Space Wolves. Now, Ty has also taken a very interesting Space Wolves list, and he does have nearly 900 points of characters, which is unusual in Space Wolves. And then just a whole hell of a load of Thunder Cav. He's got lieutenants on Wolves. He's got the 3 named characters. Lots of epic heroes. It's a very thematic list, I would say. If you were going to do a diorama of Space Wolves, it's Ty's list. All the chapter masters coming out to play. It's a fun one.
They're obviously coming to censor the Ultramarines, and it is an Ultramarine list because Jack and James are out there on the lake. They brought Rowboat himself.
They have. Okay.
And he's got Lieutenant, Librarian, Captain, got an Impulsor, Ballistus, Lancer, the ATV out again, which I'm loving. Outriders, 2 blobs of Termes, and a unit of Stern Guard.
Great. So I'll bring that up on the screen so we can all see it. I'll have you all on chat as well, gents. So basically we have, I'll just go to the studio mode there. Sorry, a bit admin here. Oh, sorry, we are missing one of the window captures suddenly. That's fine, we'll crack on with that. So just so you guys can see it. You can see you. I'm not important, I'm doing the admin in the background. So to cover it, we have Adam versus Joshua. We have Jordan versus Nathan, which is going to be great. One to watch. Alex versus Josh S. So that's Necron's Demons. Rich into Jordan's Space Marines. Matthew Jones, Imperial Agents, into Nick with his Custodies. I think that's going to be a big one for a decider.
Got to be a stream game as well.
That's going to be great. I think both are looking to win the league and are in a good position to do so. Martin and Necron's Simon's Dark Angels, and then we have, just to check everything's coming up on the screen there, everyone can see it. Aros Eldar into Mike Dalby's World Eaters again. I would like to see that on the stream, but I think it's going to be it could go horrible for Aros, but if it doesn't, it'd be great to see it.
If World Eaters get first turn deployed on the line in Search and Destroy with that amount of bodies.
Wow. Screen, my man. Lee with his Space Marines, his actual Black Templar spam into Matt's Orcs. Matt may struggle there.
That's a game I'd like to see.
That's going to be great. It just at the end of the day, those Crusader blocks are just fucking horrid with all the upgrades. They have got a bit of Phenol Pain, but Orcs are quite good at going into Marines and just killing them off. Fur into Tristan. Reese Death Guard into James Wright Orcs, again a great one I'd like to see. Josh Burns Space Wolves into Steve Davies' Space Marines. Andy Adamson's Space Marines into James Goblin's Chaos Space Marines. Good luck, Andy, in that one. He's on the up and up lately, and good luck to James as well. Phil Roberts' Sisters and Barry Betts Eldari. Good luck, gents. Harry C's Necrons and Paul Murphy's Tau Empire. Chris Hughes' Chaos Space Marines into Ben Lane's Carnival of Chaos.
Sorcerer's Day Out.
Sorry, Sorcerer's Day Out. Alex
It's a team building event.
I hope you've been playing Space Marine 2 and you know how to kill Thousand Suns. Alex S's Custodes into Simon Jones's Custodes mirror match. Bearded Steve's Necrons with their Flying Croissants into Greg Roberts' World Eaters. I wonder, I think Angron can just grab those things out of the sky and fuck them in the ass, right? So, okay, interesting.
You can, yes.
Bearded Steve.
You can charge them, they can't charge you as well.
And as Ben said, last but not least, Jack and James Chudley's Space Marines and TY's Space Wolves. Fantastic. And just to bring up the mission once again, is it up on the screen? No. I'll just do that quickly while gents, you maybe talk about the fixtures for a second.
So how are you feeling about playing Josh again?
Well, it won't be the first time I've been fisted on camera, so at least it'll be playing a game this time. But no, no, it's going to be interesting. I submitted my list and instantly regretted what I'd submitted.
Even so, now you've seen the mission. I mean, I think your list is quite nicely built for taking hold.
Yeah, we shall see. Land fortresses on paper are very, very resilient. In game, they tend to explode very quickly.
Especially when you're coming into tank commanders and Dawns and Lehman West Demolishers. And,
oh, come off it.
And Bulgarin and
and Eldar
Scions.
Eldar loaded dice.
I'll use your dice, don't worry.
Yeah. My dice have been doing well recently, surprisingly.
Tough matchup for you, I think. It's I mean, Space Marines do Space Marines. Guard tends to do quite well into Votan with the vehicle heavy anti-tank high toughness list, so be a good game, that one. I think there's one thing I like about this league is I think in the last two divisions we've sat here week in week out having conversations around some people have had quite easy draws, or some of the big guns have missed each other, and I think this is the third week in a row and we're seeing with this new format, if you keep winning you will play the winners, which I think for me personally it's really great to see.
I think so. As I said at the beginning, it'll come out in the wash. You can't have a lucky run. Eventually you're going to come a cropper. And again, everyone who's lost one game can still win the league because they're going to get a chance to come right back in. Unless
one of the top 8, which will soon be 4, and I think that's the great thing about this league is that because we're at 6 games as well, we're going to go into round 4 with 4 unbeaten players. We're going to round 5 with 2 unbeaten players, and we're going to go into the last round with 1 person unbeaten, and if they win the league. The second best record, so it will be a head-to-head matchup. It will be a really good game. It makes it interesting. I think we're seeing every round.
I think so too.
But personally, I think the most interesting games to me are in that middle region. It's that 1 win, 1 loss. I think there's a lot of new people, a lot of up-and-comers at group, and I think there's some really interesting matchups there to see how it goes. You know, there's been some disheartenness, I think, through bad draws, but I think it as I said, it comes out in the wash. It's like I've been really lucky with where I am in the league, and if I somehow manage to beat Josh, like if I run him over with my car before the game, then I will
get stranded in Norway. Can't get back.
Just get me drunk.
Yeah, I will get absolutely ruined in the next round. So just remind everyone. Is there any questions from the chat? Let's just have a quick look. Sorry, where are we? I haven't got them up on my phone.
What's exciting about it as well is that it does mean that when we go into round 4, for those players who pick up a win in this round, we're going to see potentially some of the big boys re-enter that middle pack as well. We're going to see the loser of Nathan and Jordan. We're going to see the loser of you guys. We're going to see some 2-win opponents suddenly drop back into the middle of the pack, which makes round 4 the most exciting one.
Rich has threatened to kill me with his dog. Thanks, Rich.
Do it.
Where do we find these lists, Ben?
So we will share the link once we post the mission and things as normal. Be a news post up with the details for you. I do advise everybody to please do bookmark it, post it, take a screenshot, save. Every Thursday it's the same characters running around trying to find what's the mission, what's the map. So find it, screenshot would be my advice, because Josh does put a lot of effort into creating a nice write up with details. So just so you've got access to it. But it's a pretty simple one. Search and destroy, take and hold, and hidden supplies. So very, very straightforward.
Right, and without further ado, thank you for watching. Thanks for everything. If you like the stream, or you'd like to get a bit better. Unfortunately, my intern is ill today. Luckily, we don't give them sick pay, so that's fine. So it was a bit haphazard today, so thanks for joining. Like, subscribe, and all that nonsense, and let us know what you like and what you didn't like in the comments as well, because that's how else we're going to fucking get any better. So anyway, thanks to Ben and Adam, and thanks to you for watching. So cheers. Thanks for watching Hot Dice. Bye.
Thanks, guys.